spiritual values. He didn't value spiritual things. Because at that moment, you see, at that moment, the birthright wasn't producing anything. The birthright cannot work until Isaac is dead. And Isaac still had many more years to live. You see, if you don't have eyes on the future, you will mess up where you are. And what you do where you are determines how tomorrow will be. Esau didn't have an eye on the future. His eyes were on his stomach. May your stomach not become your God. This is the reason I talked about shortcuts. How we cut short our destinies by pursuing shortcuts. Esau didn't know that one day this thing called the birthright will become beneficial. But at that moment, it wasn't beneficial. You may be praying and fasting now, and you are not seeing results. Keep praying and keep fasting. Keep praying. You are investing in your future. You may be tithing and sowing seeds now, and it appears as if you are not seeing any physical results. Keep tithing and keep sowing. You are investing in your future. Today is temporary. Today is passing. The future is sure. The future is sure. And if you are the kind of believer that does not have a sense of value for the future, I wish that one day we can have the opportunity to teach on spiritual values. Because it is lack of spiritual values that have made a lot of believers to be non-entities today. Lack of spiritual values. We make choices based on temporary advantages. We make choices based on temporary benefits. That Jacob was cooking was not any type of food that will deliver you from hunger permanently. You know, if it was a meal that you eat and it's once in a lifetime meal, that when you eat it, you won't be hungry again. We could even say that, okay, maybe he made some choices based on the future, on certain future considerations. Whatever, no matter how delicious the meal is, after 4 hours, after 5 hours, you will be hungry again. You will be hungry again. And for a morsel of bread, for a morsel of the birthright. Because at that moment, that birthright was not beneficial. The birthright only becomes beneficial at the death of Isaac. And as long as Isaac was alive and Isaac has not transferred it, it was not beneficial. But Jacob had an eye on the future. And because of his sense of value, he was ready to sacrifice whatever he had for something that was not immediately beneficial. I pray we will learn something from that. But now, I'll still come back. Like I said, we can't teach wisdom for successful enterprise without using these two individuals as case study and specimens. We can't. And you are going to see how Esau represents Africa. And where we are today in the scheme of things. Our forest. Destroy our forest. Turn our forest turn them into furniture. And bring them back to us. To buy. Why can't we produce the furniture ourselves? Why are we not interested in using our raw material? We are only interested in selling them off. I just leave that for somebody who can think to think. Esau was a hunter. His son is to take the life of any animal that crosses his path. We kill them. We almost finish our elephants just to sell the tusk to some Chinese. Hallelujah. Esau was a good cook. Esau wasn't someone who didn't know how to cook. He wasn't just a hunter. He had culinary skills. His father used to enjoy his Venice. When he came back from his Venice, when he came back from hunting, why didn't he prepare his own food? Somebody say laziness. You can be active and still be lazy. Did you hear what I said? Beings are the most mentally lazy. This man who had been running, do you know what it